What is up? It's your boy Aing here, bringing to you guys a brand new freaking video, man. So look, listen, today we got a fun one. Today we got an exciting one. Today we're going to be talking about fitting 33-inch tires on your Toyota Tacoma. Spoiler alert, this is not going to be me installing 33s on my Toyota Tacoma. So if you're here for that, stay tuned, because this video is... I'm in the process of building this truck, slowly but surely. Okay, we'll get into it. But one of the biggest things that you do to change the look of any vehicle is wheels and tires. But before you even go buying things, changing things out, you have to figure out what your end goal is, because if not, you're kind of like getting in your car, driving around with nowhere to go, and hoping you find what you're looking for. So let's talk about what I want first off. All right, so the number one reason that I want to get bigger tires, change out the wheels on my truck, is obviously for content. Content is kind of the whole point of the YouTube channel. So with that being said, content is my number one reason to upgrade my tires. At least that's what I'm telling Sandy. I'm telling her it's a business expense, it's gonna pay itself off, it's gonna triple X our money. But I also like the look of the truck, right? I love the look of the beefy big boy 33s. Obviously it's not a true 33, it's like a 32.8, but we'll call it 33. Also, I like to explore. I'd like to adventure different types of malls. I mean, if I don't have the proper tire, that speed bump might be a little bit too aggressive for my 245. I need to have the proper tire to explore, in all seriousness. Like, I actually want an all-terrain, not... I mean, look at this. If I hit wet pavement a little bit at the wrong angle, I mean, I'm fishtailing everywhere. I'm kidding, but obviously I want something a little bit more capable, and I don't want to be held back. With this summer tire, I just feel like if I go into the sand, into the snow, into the mud, I may be lacking a little bit. All right, so this is where the video is going to take a turn for the worst, or for the best. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. There's not only your common 285 70 R17s or 285 75 R16s, there's a 33 that you and I can both run on a stock Toyota Tacoma. Hold on. You might have already seen this. Just like you, I'm on the interwebs searching Tacoma videos every single day. The camera's a little wonky. You can actually fit 33-inch tall tires. You can actually fit 33-inch tall tires on your Toyota Tacoma. And if you're interested in that, here are the tire sizes. 255 80 R17 or 255 85 R16. Now these are 245s, okay? This is what a 245 looks like. A 255 would be like a little bit bigger. I don't know how to show you, but it would be a little bit bigger than this, and it would be a lot taller. So this is a 245 75 R16, but with that taller tire and a little bit of a wider stance. I mean, it would work. Okay, so we'll do this. Pros and cons to a 285 75 R16, because if I do get 285s, I'm going with the 16-inch wheel. I like that more girthy sidewall. So let's talk about it. Fine, we'll do the negatives first, and then we'll do the positives. You have to lift it, and then you have to deal with the rub, and then you have to do a cab mount chop, a possible viper cut, the loss in power, if you're crazy enough, a re-gear. So yeah, that's the list of negatives that I can see as of now. Of course, there's gonna be miles per gallon, whatever. I don't care. It's a truck. Get over it. That was to me. I'm not trying to taunt you. That was towards me. But there are benefits. All right, so I'm not gonna do the whole moving around situation on this one, because, well, there's not that many positives, to be honest. Number one, the looks. Obviously, the looks is probably the best and most important reason most people go to 285s. Let's be honest, okay? Another positive is it has a wider contact patch. So depending on what kind of off-roading you're gonna do, what kind of trails you're gonna do, a wider contact patch may be necessary. So for me, I honestly only expect to be driving over gravel, a little bit of mud, and some sand. I want to stay away from mud, but mud seems to be the funnest thing for me. So I have all this stuff written down on my phone, and I went over to look at more positives, but I think that's the end of the show. Now let's talk about the 255 85 R16. Let's go over the negatives on that one first as well. There's less options. So there's not a lot of companies that make that tire size. There are, and the ones that you find are mostly E-rated tires. So if you don't know what that means, this is going to be a lot stiffer. And when this is stiffer, Sandy doesn't like it. When Sandy doesn't like it, the purchase doesn't get approved. No, I'm kidding. It just means that your ride is gonna suffer. It just means your ride is gonna suffer. So when you're riding down the road, it's gonna be a little bit stiffer, but you can air down more, you can go around obstacles a little bit more comfortably, knowing that you won't puncture something. So that's one downside. not a lot of options, and they're mostly E-rated tires. Number 2 is the looks, okay? The looks. I don't really like the look of the truck with the skinny tires. This angle right here shows you guys, sometimes I walk outside, I'm like, oh, someone stole my tires and then left me with some donuts. Then I come around, I see there's a wheel, there's lug nuts, everything looks nice and dandy. But what I'm hinting at is the skinny wheels, skinny tires kind of isn't the best look, or at least I'm not too adjusted to it. And number 3 is the contact patch. Obviously, for the stuff that I want to do, I think a wider contact patch would be better, but also I think skinnier tires would be even better. I think it's a negative, but I think it's a positive, but since I'm not sure, I'll just leave it on the negative side and I'll let you absolutely destroy me in the comments. All right, so as far as the positives are great. Like, they're literally amazing. It looks awesome. Now, I know I was just bashing it on the looks, but take a look at some 255, 85, R16 Toyota Tacomas. It really does look really good. And it would do everything I want it to do realistically, right? So it'll look good, it'll perform good. And my favorite thing about this, right? You don't have to lift, you don't have to cut, you don't have to cab mount chop, you don't have to do anything. You put them on and you're good to go. If you've watched all the way to this point in the video, I appreciate your face very, very much. I'm gonna start a new series on Monday of next week. It's gonna be called Mod Monday. Every Monday for the foreseeable future will be a mod. We'll be installing some type of mod, some type of addition to the truck. You probably want to see the truck, not that sign. Monday the 3rd, we're gonna be installing something. Stay tuned to the end of this video and maybe I'll give you a sneak peek. Monday there will be a modification install. If you guys can guess what it is, I'll pin you on my next video, or I'll pin you on this video. One other thing that I think you should consider is pricing. At least the most of the 255s that I found, you're looking at around 1,100 to 1,500 just for tires, right? Just for the tires. For the 285, 70, 17s, whatever you go with, you're looking at like $900 to closer to $1,500, depending on what you go with. The 285s are cheaper, but then you have to do lift, you have to chop, you have to cut. It ends up being more expensive, and well then, you know, you already know how that list goes. 1,300 and you're all good to go, or 900 plus 900 plus 900 plus 900. So it comes down to, what am I gonna do? I don't know yet. I'm very confident that I'm gonna be going with 285s. It just gives me more options. 1 with the tire, 2 with the wheel. 255 can provide some rubbing if you don't do the right wheel. I already know what wheels work with the lift that I go with, but with the 255s, I just don't know. I'd have to keep stock wheels, and I don't know how you feel about me keeping stock wheels. The 255 convinces me very much financially, but let me know, have you guys heard of the 255 trick? Are you guys interested in seeing that on this Tacoma? I may purchase them, keep them on there until I do the whole lifting, or I just go with the 285s. Nonetheless, it's been your boy. I'm Matt Like an Audi. I'll see you tomorrow. Sing tomorrow. Peace. All right, as I promised. It's a pretty big mod. Okay, it's pretty heavy. Let's see if I can lift it with one hand. Oh, not gonna embarrass myself.